All right, if you're an agent in Charleston's historic districts, you know this problem all too well. How do you price a property when standard comps, they just break? It happens all the time, and believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Okay, let's dive into a real-world puzzle. Picture this. Two homes on Trad Street, right there in the heart of the French Quarter. Now, on paper, these places are practically twins. Same square footage, same number of bedrooms. Your standard comp analysis would look at these and say, yep, they're worth the same. So home A sells for $1.35 million. A solid price, right? A great benchmark for the neighborhood. But here's where it gets crazy. The second home, the one with the exact same specs, it's actually worth about 30% less. Now, that's not a small rounding error. That's a massive difference that can absolutely make or break a deal for your client. And this right here is the whole problem, isn't it? The MLS, it has no way to explain that 30% gap. So what can? Well, I'll tell you, the answer isn't hiding in some data field. It's in the crucial details that the algorithms they completely miss. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and talk about what I call the invisible value drivers. These are the things standard comps are completely blind to. See, in historic neighborhoods like the French Quarter or Charleston Village, the real story, the real value, is hidden in the property's regulatory and historical context. First up, you absolutely have to understand the Board of Architectural Review, the BAR. Now, this isn't your average neighborhood committee. We're talking about the powerful regulatory body that has final say on every single exterior change for almost 4,000 properties in the historic core. Their decisions, they can fundamentally change a property's potential and, by extension, its value. And you can actually put a number on the BAR's impact. Just look at this. A property that already has a completed BAR-approved renovation, it commands a premium of anywhere from 22 to 28%. And why is that? It's simple. A buyer is paying for certainty. And in this market, certainty has a very clear price tag. All right, another huge invisible factor you've got to watch for is the historic preservation easement. So what is it? It's a permanent legal restriction on what an owner can do to the outside of their property. And here's the real kicker. This absolutely critical detail is often nowhere to be found in the standard MLS data. And believe me, this isn't some minor detail. An easement can slash a property's value by 10, even 15%. So think about it. If you accidentally use a property with an easement as a comp without knowing it, you're creating a totally false floor for your pricing. You could be costing your client a fortune. Then you've got the lots themselves. These historic Charleston lots were drawn up way before modern zoning even existed. So that standard price per square foot analysis that works almost everywhere else, here it just completely falls apart. It's like trying to jam a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't work. This quote really nails it. The true value here, it isn't about the square footage. It's all about scarcity and what you could call location irreplaceability. I mean, they aren't making any more of it, right? And there's just no simple formula that can ever calculate that kind of value. So where does that leave us? What's the solution? Well, it's not about throwing out the data, not at all. It's about creating what we call a hybrid CMA, using data where it works and leaning on your expertise where it truly, truly matters. And the approach is actually a pretty clear 3-step framework. Step 1, start with the reliable MLS comps you can find to get your baseline. Step 2, investigate the context. This is the deep dive. Dig into the BR history, hunt for any easements, really understand the lot. And then step 3, and this is the most important part, you articulate the premium or the discount with your expert commentary. You're the one who tells the story the numbers can't. This slide pretty much says it all. A standard CMA is like driving while only looking in the rearview mirror. It only sees past transactions. But an expert analysis, that's looking forward through the windshield. It understands the property's future potential and its limitations, and that's what your clients are actually buying. Because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Your expertise is your competitive advantage. This knowledge is what separates a generalist agent from a true historic district specialist, someone who can confidently guide their clients and justify every penny of that valuation. Okay, so how do you build a professional framework for all this? How do you take all of this incredible, deep expertise and turn it into a clear, compelling report that your client can actually understand? Just remember this one thing. When the comps can't tell the whole story, and let's be honest, in Charleston, they often can't, your expertise is what fills in that gap. Your insight, your commentary becomes the most valuable part of the entire valuation. And this is precisely where a tool like CMAflow comes into play. It's designed to give you that professional framework for your essential commentary. It lets you present a beautiful hybrid report that's both data-driven and, most importantly, expert-led. So, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Take a hard look at your process. Are your current CMAs really capturing the true Charleston premium? Are they accounting for these invisible drivers? Or could you be leaving your clients money on the table?